Hey there, science explorers. Today we're diving into a fascinating what-if scenario. What if Earth's tilt changed from 23.5 degrees to a whopping 63 degrees towards the sun? Would we all be wearing sunscreen in January and parkas in July? Let's break it down. Buckle up, because if Earth were tilted at 63 degrees, our seasons would be anything but typical.
Imagine summers so scorching, especially in the northern hemisphere, that you'd think you landed on Venus. Areas tilted directly towards the sun would receive an intense amount of direct sunlight, leading to crazy high temperatures. And get this, some places in the northern hemisphere might even experience 6 months of continuous daylight during summer. Talk about endless days at the beach.
But don't get too excited, because what goes up must come down, and in this case it's the temperature. Winters would be the polar opposite, literally. As Earth orbits the sun, the northern hemisphere would be tilted far away, receiving very little sunlight for months on end. Think long, dark nights and temperatures that would make your thermometer beg for mercy.
So with extreme summers and winters, what about spring and fall? Well, they'd be short-lived and probably a bit confused, like a chameleon that can't decide what color to be.
Okay, so extreme temperatures are one thing, but what about our furry, feathered and scaly friends? How would this dramatic tilt affect animals?
Well, many animals depend on the regular cycle of seasons for survival. They've evolved over millions of years to follow specific patterns, like migrating to warmer areas during winter or hibernating to conserve energy. But with our new super seasons, those instincts would be thrown for a loop.
Imagine being a bear who's used to hibernating when the days get shorter and colder. Now, with 6 months of darkness, would you sleep through the entire winter? Or consider birds that migrate south for milder weather. Would they even recognize when to make the journey if the temperature swings were so extreme? This disruption could lead to confusion, missed feeding opportunities, and even death for some animals.
And the problems don't stop there. With scorching summers and freezing winters, many plants would struggle to survive. Imagine trying to grow a tomato in the Arctic Circle or a cactus in Antarctica. Not exactly ideal growing conditions. This lack of vegetation would be a disaster for herbivores like deer, rabbits, and insects who rely on plants for food.
Hold on tight, because life on a 63-degree tilted Earth wouldn't be easy, especially for us humans.
Remember those 6 months of daylight in some parts of the northern hemisphere? While it might sound fun at first, imagine trying to sleep with the sun beaming down all night long. Our bodies need darkness to produce melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate our sleep-wake cycle. Without it, we'd be pretty tired and grumpy, not to mention disoriented.
And let's not forget about the challenges of farming. Growing crops would be a whole new ballgame, with extreme heat in the summer and long periods of darkness and freezing temperatures in the winter.
But it's not just agriculture that would be affected. Imagine the intense heat waves and droughts in the summer, followed by massive snowstorms and blizzards in the winter. Our infrastructure, transportation systems, and even our homes would need to be built to withstand these extreme weather events. We might even need to develop new building materials and technologies to stay safe and comfortable.
So isn't it fascinating how Earth's tilt keeps our planet just right for living? A 23.5-degree tilt gives us the beautiful balance of seasons, allowing life to thrive in all its diversity.
While a 63-degree tilt might sound like an adventure, it would bring about some pretty wild and challenging changes. From scorching summers to freezing winters and confused animals to disrupted agriculture, it's clear that our planet's delicate balance is something to be appreciated.
It makes you realize how interconnected everything is and how important it is to protect our amazing planet. Thanks for joining us on this scientific journey. Stay curious and keep exploring.